Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. We are in Bayside, Texas, going down Cemetery Road. I've seen this cemetery from a distance a few times. 136 is right behind us. That's kind of the main road that goes through Bayside. But I have never come and taken a look at the cemetery. 77 degrees, pretty good wind blowing. So, St. Mary's Cemetery. And I might go up to the other road here. That looks kind of like that goes through there too. I never saw a cemetery with so many hay bales. Have you? And I'm kind of wondering why the hay bales are here, because there's no fences and there's no cattle. So is that just for storage purposes? I don't know. It's an interesting sky. It's not supposed to rain. Thank you. Thank you. Look at those trees. Wow. It's just a small town cemetery. I read up on it online. No one necessarily famous. Looks like they burned a stump right there. I read about it about 2 weeks ago. It's not a particularly old cemetery. There is a fresh grave, though. Arzola. Rest in peace, friend. There's some older cemetery, older plots right back there. Vega. I think I read the earliest grave was about 1865, when people first started to settle this area. This is a nice quiet cemetery. You know, the highway's about a half mile in the direction we're looking. But it's just all fields everywhere else around us. There's the Fricks. When I lived on Lawton Terrace, there was a family 3 or 4 houses away on Wood Road called the Fricks. And Billy Frick and Cameron Frick and all the Fricks. Naylor. Freeze. There's quite a few freeze markers in there. This is just our little drive through Bayside. Well, I can't tell if there's someone up there or if that's just some flowers moving in the breeze. Wouldn't it be fun to hang out in the cemetery right around Halloween and just scare people? Jenkins. There was a family about 8 houses away on Chipmunk Road when I lived on Lawton Terrace, called Jenkins. Lots of American flags, and I assume that denotes military service. Look at the size of this tree, guys. That is impressive. How peaceful is this? A bench to visit and the breeze. This is an extremely well kept cemetery. No fence around it. I don't know anyone here as far as I know. Just had a mosquito feeding on me pretty good. The fact that it's November 1st isn't stopping the mosquitoes from enjoying a good meal at my expense. Cemeteries are extremely peaceful. I've been to hundreds of cemeteries, and I think I like this type the best. And I don't know if I've ever quite seen any one like this one. It's rare to see a cemetery just without a fence and rustic, if you will. Morris. Now on the map it says St. Mary's Cemetery. I think it said that on the stonework. And I don't know if this area used to be called St. Mary's next to Bayside, or if this part of Bayside is just referred to as St. Mary's. There are graves on both sides of the road, and there is a historic marker, and you know I gotta read that. Old St. Mary's Cemetery. Joseph F. Smith, nephew of Texas Provisional Governor Henry Smith, founded the town of St. Mary's in 1857. 10 acres were set aside for this burial ground, in which the earliest marked grave is dated 1860. The cemetery served the thriving community until an 1886 storm destroyed businesses and homes, causing residents to move away. In 1909, with the return of land development to the area, the cemetery was again used, the burial site of war veterans and pioneer area settlers. The cemetery serves as a reminder of the important early coastal town of St. Mary's. And this marker was placed here in 1983 by the Texas Historical Commission. That is an awesome piece of history, guys. I've never seen a cemetery like this one. It is extremely peaceful. You know, when my friend Matt, his father passed away, his father didn't want to be buried, but they did put a plaque on a tree at the cemetery, and then someplace else they planted a new tree with a plaque at the base of it. And I'm kind of looking at these trees here and seeing if I see any type of marker or any remembrance like that. I'm going to drive down. There you go. There you go. This one says, in loving memory of David Gillum and Ken Crostwaite, best friends on earth and now in heaven. Pretty awesome. I want to thank my buddy Greg who told me about this place. And yeah, this is someplace special. Thanks for riding along with me today, guys. Thanks for watching.